one of probably my greatest mentor ever was Brian Tracy. And he had this saying. Fortunately, because of Brian Tracy, I got this code to live by, where he said, it may take you 5 years of being broke and unknown and bad at your job. 5 years to get to the point where you're respected and recognized and truly, truly good at it. But the time's gonna pass anyway. So who cares? So put as much pressure on yourself as you possibly can and turn the heat up and watch what you become. And I love Jordan Peterson lately because it seems like he's really taken this conversation to the next level. He has a quote where he said, what if the true meaning of life is to find the biggest burden you can possibly bear and then bear it? And, we're such goal-oriented beings that we're truly only fulfilled when there's a worthwhile, fantastic, rewarding goal at the end of the track that we can just barely see, and we're putting everything into it. When we get the goal, it's nothing. Like, it doesn't do anything for it. Like Steve Weatherford is a famous NFL player, and dozens of NFL players have said this. He was on the Giants team that won the Super Bowl against Brady. So they not only won the Super Bowl, but they took it from the Super Bowl GOAT himself. Like, nobody has more rings than that guy, and they took one. And he said Monday morning was the most depressing day of literally his entire life. He almost killed himself. And the way to look at that is, unfortunately, is like the attainment of the goal that your listeners or our friends listening are seeking. It's actually never going to be fulfilling. The most fulfilling part I find every time is when I'm almost there. Like, I can smell that goal. I'm so close. And then all of your faculties go into it 100%. And you're like extravascular. You're so like, I can taste this goal. I'm all over this. But man, the second you get, boom, you have to jump right back into the next goal. So why, you never heard about Tom Brady being depressed after a Super Bowl win. And why wasn't Brady as depressed as some of these NFL players? A lot of them literally call it the darkest day of their life. It's Super Bowl Monday. After they won, Tom Brady never experienced this like Steve Weatherford did to that level. And they asked him why. And he's talked about this dozens of times that I've heard. He said, well, I don't know. I guess I didn't have time because Monday morning after a Super Bowl win, guess where I was? He was in the game room watching film, trying to figure out why he wasn't perfect yesterday and how he can be better so he can win the Super Bowl this coming year.